Ladies and gentlemen, I can't stress the importance of the message I am about to give you. Everything we've ever been working for are for these final moments heading into 2024. Guys, we are right on schedule to seeing our precious XRP finally break through $1. I've been stating by end of year 2023, XRP will reach $1 and we are right on schedule. Whether it happens today or within the next week is irrelevant. My question to all of you is, are you prepared? Have you packed your bags? Do you have any standby capital that you might be about to waste on some bullshit that you might want to get into XRP? These are the questions intelligent people and sophisticated investors are telling themselves right now. And I had told myself for a long time that I was not going to buy any more XRP unless I was taking profits from other cryptos. But this is a moment in time right now where I am taking standby capital for myself and some of my businesses and throwing it into XRP at this moment in time. I am so certain about my conviction. I understand this asset so much better. And 6 years into holding XRP, this is a special moment to be in this community. I want to take the time out to say thank you to every single one of you for going on my journey. We've had quite a few ups, but a substantial amount of downs. And I can't believe that we ever had to go through that. But my XRP family, I promise all of you, we were not wrong about XRP. We were victims of a corrupt system. But we stood up for ourselves. We made it through the ringer. We are battle tested. And I remember for years playing that Chinese bamboo outro, showing that when people plant a seed and exhibit a lot of patience, you will get rewarded. But you'll get rewarded more than people who just waited less than you. Guys, we outworked everyone in the crypto industry. And we won legally in court. And that's why I have to stress this right now. This Bitcoin spot ETF decision by the SEC could be out as soon as January 3rd. And all I'm asking all of you to do is to be prepared, because I believe this will be a sell the news event. We have bought the rumor already, and ETF approval is priced into the charts. FOMO will occur, but after that, we will correct. And ladies and gentlemen, what I have to stress is this. When we correct, I believe the alts will have a nice, beautiful uptrend. I believe our XRP will break that $1. And that's going to be a special moment where we all get to celebrate. Everything positive happening right now is due to the increased inflow of capital into this market. Institutional products are coming. Regulations are coming. A Fed policy shift is coming. And oh my goodness, oh my gracious, XRP is the only crypto on the planet that has full-blown regulatory clarity in the United States. And that could be a very big reason there will be an XRP ETF after a Bitcoin ETF gets approved. It was deemed a non-security. And you have to realize that once they opened the floodgates with a Bitcoin ETF, why in the solitary hell, after the beatdown Ripple gave to the SEC 3-0 in court, would the SEC try to fight an XRP ETF? It wouldn't even be a fight. Gary would just roll over so he doesn't get embarrassed again. Here, I want you to listen to this conversation, and let's break it down.
In the future, once more crypto are deemed non-securities, you're going to see SPY ETFs for, say, metaverse or NFT space or games. Thinking out loud right now, right after Ethereum SPY ETFs are approved, well, there's Ethereum futures ETF, futures-based ETF, and spot ETFs. But I think right afterwards, we're probably going to see an XRP one because XRP was just deemed a non-security, right? So it makes sense that there will be an XRP spot ETF soon, and then and as time goes on, I think we'll get more, and then fund managers will be smart about it and put it together. There may be a crypto one where it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP or something like that, right? Yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen.
Guys, I don't think you all realize where this space is heading. And that's why every single day I come on here and give you this aggressively average content, because I know and understand how important it is that you get it in your head. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. The ROI in crypto is not in Bitcoin anymore, but in the alts. And I believe XRP will have the biggest run in 2024 because it is XRP's birth year, the year of the dragon, the year we get a Fed policy shift, the year we go on a crypto bull run, with an XRP being deemed a non-security, back on all American exchanges for the most part. That is liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. More on and off ramps. More FOMO, nothing holding us back. And then on top of that, we have everything under the hood. Guys, I think we're going to hit new all-time highs and possibly $10 to $20 this next bull run with no utility. Their success aligns with each other heavily. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy knowing that you hold a winning lottery ticket in slow motion. And as we step into the new year of 2024, I want you all to embrace your generational wealth. This is an inevitability, and I genuinely appreciate every single one of you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. And if you guys haven't done so already, please sign up to my OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/thebearablebull, as I have a brand new post out there of an extreme end of year bull run warning for the altcoin season we're about to have. I appreciate all 768 of you in there already. And for those of you incoming, know that I'll be the bull in your back pocket during this bull cycle. Guys, I've been answering your DMs as they've all been coming in. And I can't wait to see all the new people that come in today. Now guys, as this is my last video of 2024, I want to say this as well. 2023 was an empowering year. A year of a lot of confirmation of all the work I've been doing over the past 4 years on YouTube and beyond. I've been hustling, I've been grinding, head down, powering through. But for all of you, I want to let you know that 2024 is an apology to myself. And it's an apology for all of you. We have been battered and bruised, but our wounds will define us. And now that we're about to make our XRP profits, I just want all of you to step into your power. I hope every single person here has a very, very happy new year, and get ready to go on a rampage in 2024. Now guys, I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
The good news, though, is that central banks are thinking about this, and there has been a recognition that in the digital realm, central banks need to quickly adopt a new framework. I know as I'm listening to the other speakers talking about currencies, it's a loose term. People just say, well, we can trade this currency or that currency or make up a new currency. And we have to be careful when we talk about currency, because currency is essentially a sovereign instrument. And in every country, it is underpinned by the law of the nation, or in some cases, the law of the union. And these currencies represent a liability on the central bank. It is not a casual instrument where someone wakes up and says, now I have cooked up a new currency because my latest technology allows me to define it as a currency. It doesn't work that way. So the point that you're raising, Dong, is that we have sovereign instruments that are underpinned by the law of the nation that creates a currency that works within the nation's boundaries. Now, rising above that, we have some international reserve currencies. So you have reserve currencies that are also recognized as assets by multiple countries. There are several of those. And so for a transaction to take place from country A to country B, it's not just a matter of two currencies sort of coming together. It's a matter of exchanging from the originating currency into a reserve or a recognized international currency and then back out again. And this is primarily true in developing markets. In developed markets where the country's currency happens to be a reserve currency, well, there's essentially only one exchange that takes place, or the recipient is willing to accept the reserve currency. In the digital world, the question that you asked is quite pertinent. In the digital world, with two countries having a central bank issued digital instrument, how does that exchange happen? Now, the way we see it is that for that exchange to happen in an efficient way, number one, central banks have to participate. So this is not an exercise with just the private sector trying to make this happen. The bilateral nature of two central banks that are in the payment flow have to participate, because they become ballast, basically underwriting their own currency on what we call, or what we would think about as, an international cross-border bus. Once they are the ballasts on this cross-border bus, private sector participants can participate because they're essentially regulated by their in-country central bank, and the rules of the road are pretty well defined. And so there can be a direct connection between private sector participants in country A and private sector participants in country B. In the middle, there has to be an automated mechanism for the exchange to take place, meaning country A's originating currency gets converted into an exchange currency, and country B then subsequently turns it back into the local currency. And this whole process can be automated as long as the security boundaries of the bus are secure, so that the liquidity or the transaction within the bus can be ensured. Exchange from A to B, A to common currency back to B can take place. The participation of the central banks is what provides a ballast on this bus. Once the central banks are participating, the ability to execute from a CBDC in country A back to a CBDC in country B becomes eminently doable. The technology then that allows this to happen has to be essentially adopted by the central banks. And this is what e-currency focuses on, is to really allow central banks to get up to par on the technology, such that the private sector participants, whether that be commercial banks, e-money operators, payment service providers, or even new entrants like some of my colleagues are, can then participate on it to allow for this cross-border thing to happen. I want to go back to the original point I made when I spoke earlier, which is eliminating the risk components, the settlement risk component, the counterparty risk component, and ultimately reducing the amount of liquidity needed to execute a cross-border transaction is what will bring the cost of cross-border transactions down and the risks associated with cross-border transactions down. So that's what we try to enable.